All right, welcome back. It's Wednesday, so you already know what that means. Craig Hignight is joining us live to answer all of your burning questions. Good morning, Craig. As always, it's a pleasure to have you here. So we're going to start off with a question from Lori. Is it too late to start lantana seeds? Any suggestions?
Well, lantana seed, they're going to take a while. I would have actually started about 2 months ago. But the important thing is when you get the seed, make sure you take the pulp off of them. They have a coating on them that might stop them from germinating. Past that, it's warm temperatures and plenty of sun to keep your lantana happy.
From Paula, when should honeysuckle be trimmed and how much should be removed?
Well, honeysuckle, it blooms on new wood. So what you would do, I would go ahead and I'd do the pruning now. We're far enough into the season. And it depends. If, like my honeysuckle, the trellis actually started about 3 feet off the ground, so I could never cut it shorter than about 4 feet. You've got to make sure that it can still touch the structure that it's growing on, but a flat top, you'll have all new growth this year and lots of bloom.
All right, Erin wants to know, when should my lavender be pruned and when should it sprout in the spring?
Well, it could start showing signs of life. I've noticed a lot of blooms on the trees, and I think that the perennials are going to start coming up. Wait until you see some signs of life, and then just take out the dead wood. If it has died back really close to the ground, you'll take it down there, but leave as much green as possible at pruning time.
From Janine, can you plant geranium cuttings after they have been pruned?
Sure, geraniums aren't that hard to root. It's one of those things where you take your cutting, you let it lay for at least 24 hours. You've got to let that cutting heal across the bottom. It's called callousing. Then you root them in fairly dry soil. They don't like a lot of moisture as they're rooting. Always use a rooting compound and take several cuttings. Only a certain percentage are going to go ahead and root.
Our director, Brandy, she just said in my ear, she wants to know when are tulips going to be blooming?
Ooh, daffodils are in full bloom. I have to admit, I have not seen any tulips not in a pot.
You hear that,
blooming
Brandy?
so far.
Yeah. Let's see. Chris says, I sprayed my fruit trees 2 weeks ago with neem oil. When should I spray them again?
Oh, you won't spray again until after they're done blooming. If you got your dormant spray on, we go through the whole bloom cycle. When there are no petals left on the tree, start into your fruit tree spraying cycle, 5 sprays, 10 days apart.
All right, and Mick wants to know, how can you get rid of Creeping Charlie?
Oh, Creeping Charlie, that's an easy one. It's called weed-free zone. It's probably the most effective Creeping Charlie control there is, and I think we're warm enough now that we can go ahead and actually spray. Remember, we do it in the spring. We stop when the temperatures get to 80 degrees. If you didn't get it all killed, you go back in the fall after the temperatures drop below 80 degrees during the day again.
If I didn't know Creeping Charlie was a plant, I would have said a restraining order. Probably your best, yeah.
From Joe, can you trim pepper plants to get a higher yield?
It's not going to help. The thing is that peppers bloom on new wood. So every time you cut them back, you're actually sacrificing some flowers. Unless you've got some that, if you've kept them over the winter and they have gotten really tall and leggy, yes, then go ahead and cut them down. Again, I would have told you to do that about the 1st of March. It's going to take a while for them to come back into bloom after you prune them.